Hello, my trust and belief followers and viewers. Some of the language might not be appropriate for certain audiences, so don't take offense. Because I might say some shit that's not appropriate. Good evening, my people. And once again, it's your boy, Terrall Tillman, coming in. Second episode of Trust and Believe. Today's topic is support system and support networks. And I'm going to show y'all how to get that stuff because a lot of people that come out of prison, they don't have it. But one thing about support system, it's not a cookie cutter to this thing. Because everybody coming out of prison, not in the same position. Some people don't have loved ones. Some people don't have a spouse. Some people don't have a place to live. None of that stuff. Some people going to the halfway house. Some people going to the transitional house. And some people just going straight to the street in somebody else's bed, somebody else's house. But they got to abide by somebody's rules. So the one thing about the support system is this. No one, and I'm going to repeat, no one has ever done anything in this world by themselves, period. So you're going to need some support. And guess what? If you try to do it yourself, guess what's going to happen? You're going to have to go back and get some help from somebody because you can't do it by yourself. Just that simple. So your support system, your support network is very important and very vital to you staying free, building up your life, and moving forward. Because trust and believe, you don't got that support network, positive people, positive things, you're going to resort back to the old you, the old things you used to do, the old places you used to go. And I don't care if it's 10, 20, 30, 40 years, you can always find the bad spots in the community that's not going to support you in the way you really want to be supported. So, try to do it yourself, you're going to falter. You're going to have pitfalls. It's just that simple. Because there's so many different barriers, so many different challenges for people coming home out of prison. And that's why it's important to have a solid network and a safety net of people who got your best interests. Now, if you did 10, 20, 30, 40 years and you don't have a support system because your people done died off, or you just burnt them bridges off, or you can't find people, how do you do it? Where does your support come from? You go find your support system. You go to these nonprofits. You go to these different organizations. Because trust and believe me, there's a lot of people out here waiting to help you because they understand the support system is crucial to your survival. And the good support are the people I just spoke of, the professionals, the people who understand this is my job as a reentry provider, peer navigator, peer support specialist, a counselor, a case manager, whatever it might be. Those people are there to help you get your life on track and get the resources that you need to thrive and move forward in your life. Me, myself, I had two pet peeves. No public transportation and not to move in with no woman. So every day when I was in the halfway house, I made a list out. I called people and set up a ride because 6 a.m. in the morning, I had to be leaving the halfway house. And I wanted that person to be right outside waiting for me so I could go on about my itinerary, jump in the car, go where I needed to go, do what I needed to do, get back to the halfway house. Safe and unscathed, not worried about nothing. When it was time for me to actually get my own place, that's where the trickeration came in at. But that's why I also had that support system so that I could get a job. I didn't get a job from the halfway house. They didn't help me get a job. My support system turned me on to all the plugs, all the resources, and all of the jobs and employment opportunities. In turn, I got a job through a referral, through my support system, telling me, oh, they hiring over here, Terrall. Oh, they hiring over here, Terrall. Or you should go over here, Terrall. This might be a good fit for you. Guess what? My support system got me in the right direction. So took heed to it, put in my application, bam, got a job. Now, every day, I had to have somebody come pick me up from work, drop me off back to the halfway house. That got so out of control and annoying to one day I was stuck in my job and I thought I was gonna be late. I started getting anxious and anxiety started kicking in. I kept $1,000 in cash on me just for any type of emergency. So I was calling around frantic, like, oh, I need to get home, I need to get to the halfway house, I need to get to the halfway house. People wasn't answering their phone and people was like, I couldn't do it. So eventually I talked to one of my folks, they came and got me. I took them to the halfway house, I gave them a whole $100. Thank you. But from that day forward, I said, I got to get my own car. And I went and got me a little bucket. I paid $1,200 for a little Escort. And guess what? Me and that little Escort, we was popping every day. From Hollywood halfway house, all the way to Carson, all the way back to the halfway house. That was the support that I needed. The rides in the morning, every morning was great. The hygiene, all of that stuff was great. The lead to the job was great. It helped me get on my path, and it helped me to see how I was bettering myself by utilizing the support system that I had. Now, I'm gonna tell you about the bad support, the ones you really don't need, the one that just wanna hold you and use you for their own benefits. Because guess what? Some people wanna control you, some people wanna manipulate you, some people want you to do what they want you to do, and it has nothing to do with your growth and development. And some people will even put your life and your freedom in jeopardy knowing you still in the halfway house or fresh out of jail. Now, ask yourself, is that really somebody that you think got your back? Hell to the no. You got to surround yourself around positive people and positive energy, because that bad support, I don't care if they're your family, I don't care if they're somebody you knew from the streets, I don't care if it's your homeboys you knew from the pen, whoever it is, if they are negative and bad support, you need to get the hell away from them. Drop them like a bad habit and move on about your way. Because trust and believe me, you'll be back in the clinks or in the worst position. So, gotta make sure that you utilize your support system and build your support system like your new family. Because them are the people that you're gonna definitely go to and rely on just to even talk to. So, being a good support system, they're gonna be patient with you, they're gonna be encouraging, they're gonna have empathy, and they're gonna be cautious of where they're taking you, what you're doing. They're gonna be on your head. They're gonna be making sure, Terrall, where you going? Terrall, what's up? You know, who is that? They might seem like they're a new warden or your new CO checking in on you, but they mean it and they do it from a good place. So always gotta remember, your support system is a key to your survival and you thriving out here in society, but you gotta know the difference between good support and bad support. That brings me to the next thing, my 3A system. My 3A system, you can utilize it and it can show you how to continue to use your support and also engage your movement while you're doing your reentry program. And the 3A's stand for assess, adjust, and address. Because whatever you do, you can always look a week, month, 2 months, and make an assessment. Did you accomplish that goal? Did you check off that box? Did you get your ID? Did you get your social? Did you get a job? Did you get a car? You can always check off them boxes. Then if you didn't, or you need more time, once you get to that time frame when you set the time, you make the adjustments. Okay, you didn't get it, need more time, gotta make this adjustment. Once you make those adjustments, then you address them. You address them, the issues that you made the adjustments for and that you assessed, and then you move forward. Why? Because those little things matter. Little things matter. And when somebody helps you, that's why you say thank you. When you do something, you check off the box because those little things matter. and count those little wins. Got your ID, got my social, got my birth certificate. Count those little wins. Give yourself a pat on the back. You going forward. You're not being stagnated, you're knocking things out, and you're using your support system to get these things done. So the thing about it, you have to say thank you verbally. So say it with me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you, and this is how you be a good support. This is how you build your support team. Because you have to have the understanding and the patience to actually allow people to help you. So being able to be helped and being open to be helped and receiving help is a gift. And it's also something you gotta do, because when you're telling people thank you and you need that support, you gotta continue to stay focused and grateful. So to the people that supporting these people, I wanna tell you guys this. People coming home are dependent on you to make sure that you guide them in the right direction, put them in the right space. Because guess what? If they want Nikes, you don't take them to Puma, you take them to the Nike store. People coming out from prison, we're like the new child that you just brought home that you don't know the genetic line from, but you all have to conform to what they need, right? So you have to also understand that being a good supporter is being a good listener. Paying attention to what this person needs and knowing how to communicate them to get what they need. So we got a question. First question of our illustrious podcast. And the question is, and I'm assuming, this is from a woman. He said, my boyfriend is a reentry person and he has ghosted me after a small disagreement. I can't get in touch with him and I am worried, but also hurt. What should I do? First and foremost, there are gonna be disagreements in relationships, period, right? And this is where the support comes in at, and this is where the communication comes in at. Whatever the disagreement was, it's something might be small, but it's also about knowing who your mate is. And understand, he might have left because it was something that he may didn't understand, he couldn't relate to, or he was afraid of something. But that's something that you have to get down to the core when you communicate. Because a disagreement is bigger than a disagreement. It's a underlying hidden thing that may have triggered him to leave. And trust and believe me, when we feel uncomfortable, we ghost. We get the hell away from you. Because comfortability and being safe is our first thing. And if I'm not comfortable with you, or if we have a disagreement and you want to keep talking about it, I'm going to get the hell out your way because I'm through with that. I want to move forward. I don't want to stay stuck on nothing that's going to be negative. So I'm going to make sure that I continue to stay away from you. And then if you want to talk and, we can come to some type of consensus as adults and have a agreement, agree to disagree. It's all about communication. But as my support system, and if that's your man, you gotta bog down and also have an understanding and say, well, man, this guy been in jail, he haven't been in a relationship, he might don't know. And you might just think he knows something, but he don't know. And that's one of the biggest misconceptions about relationships when people come home. I don't know what you like, baby. You don't know what I like, baby. But we gotta talk about that. And when we have a disagreement, let's not spaz. Because when you spaz on me, I gotta catch myself. Because you triggered me. And the last thing I wanna do is get violent. Or put myself back in a situation to where I'm going back to jail. So let's talk it out. But it works both ways. Especially for person who's talking or dealing with somebody coming home from prison, you have to give them that empathy. You have to give them that leeway. And don't assume that they know. Everybody's common sense is not your common sense. Everybody's common sense is different. Common sense is perspective. I could say the sky is blue. You could say it's baby blue. That's your perspective. We're both truthful because it's blue, but you say it's baby blue. Now you're going to make a beef out of that. No, it's baby blue. No, it's blue. See where I'm at with it? Keep it in proper context. Don't make something out of nothing. And understand, yo, man, he don't know what you think he know. Be verbal. Verbalize it. Being in a relationship coming out of prison, it should not be no Christian game. Should not be no Riddler. Should be not, oh, I got to guess this and guess that. No, tell me so I'll know what to do and what not to do. Don't talk about figure it out. I ain't been with a woman. He ain't been in a relationship. How the hell you going to figure it out? He don't know you like that. Even if he talks to you every day. Being around you and in your presence is totally different. And then when you put the sex involved, it's a whole different ball game. It's a whole lot of things that come with that. It's a whole lot of different understanding. So understand, when that intimate part comes in, whew, it's a whole different dynamic. Whole different dynamic. And all y'all out there listening, I know y'all know. Because you know, you get that first penitentiary still, man, it'll rock your world. And you're going to want it again and again and again. But just be mindful that you have to be cautious and you have to be communicative and show that support and love for that person. Don't just use them as a sex slave. So that's just the start of one of the questions. And we're going to have a whole QA session during the season, later on the season. We're going to have some guests here. We're going to chop it up about some different things and some different issues that, you know, some of our guests have been through to make it all relatable. Like I told you, we're finna drop some nuggets. We're going to educate y'all on what you need to know about this reentry stuff because it's really serious, y'all. And without further ado, going to bring this session to a close, but third episode is going to be communication skills. So trust and believe me, going to be back at you, giving you this communication because that's one of my favorite subjects. So I want to thank the producers, Keisha Nicole Knight, Jessie Rose, Isaiah Nazari, and our illustrious host, Whole System Learning, Queen Aba, and my brother, the young King Andish. Thank you guys for allowing us to be here in this space. We appreciate you guys. And this is another episode of Trust and Believe. And I'm out. Mwah.